Welcome, class. This is your professor, and I thought I would talk about your first textbook reflection assignment. So soon I will have your midterm grades posted if I don't have them posted already. I am making this video a couple of weeks in advance, but I know that we're going to have our first textbook reflection assignment after the first exam. All right, so let me show you Canvas, and the first thing you want to do to get started on this assignment is move down to week 5. So notice here I have weeks 1 through 4 minimized for now. And by the time you get to week 5, down here at the bottom, you'll notice a couple of things. The first thing you might want to look at are the Unit 2 Overview and Learning Objectives. This is a new unit starting in week 5, and it'll give you an idea of the kinds of things we are going to talk about. Essentially, we're going to look into the atmosphere in a much more deep way and concentrate on how heat and temperature, pressure and wind, and global circulations are found across the Earth. Then we'll talk about relative humidity, stability, cloud formations, and lifting mechanisms to help us provide the different kinds of weather that we see across the world. And at the end, we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is severe weather. All right, but before that, we're going to do a Unit 2 textbook reflection. So let me open it up. And I know you can read all this, but I just want to give you guys a little bit more information. So it says to explain in your own words, what would happen to air temperature of the Earth if the Arctic sea ice continues to melt. Now, when I say air temperature, I mean obviously the atmospheric temperature of the Earth. I'm not talking about the temperature of the land or of the oceans. I'm mainly focused on the atmospheric temperature. And in your discussion, please talk about the energy budget, short and long wave energy, and albedo. You must use no more or no less one sentence quotes, and those quotes must include page numbers from the textbook in order to support your actual answer. If you're not using the latest version of the textbook, please tell me somewhere in the assignment which edition you're using. All right, so please understand that your quotes can't constitute more than 2 sentences. So essentially what I'm asking you guys to do is find 2 one-sentence quotes from the textbook and then frame the rest of your answer around those quotes. And your answer must be at least 3 paragraphs, and each paragraph must have at least 5 sentences. And make sure to proofread, no spelling or grammar errors will be allowed. And obviously no late work will be allowed either. So I'll give you a little bit of a hint. Most of your information will come from chapter 4. And so what I'm doing is I'm asking you guys to go into the chapter, into the book and into the chapter, read it, and figure out how to answer the question. And then to support your answer, find 2 one-sentence quotes. The reason why I don't want more is because if you start to add, many more quotes, then your answer is mostly text from the textbook and not in your own words. And learning is much more efficient if you can explain things in your own words. All right, so a couple of ways you can do this. You can see down here there's a reply button. You have experience with this with a previous discussion. But this isn't really a discussion. This is a, well, I guess, no, I did make it as a discussion, but I'm not requiring you guys to reply. So you could type your answer in here, or you can open up a Word document or some other word processor that you like, type your answer in there, copy and paste it into the dialog box down here. Okay, now you're not going to be able to see other people's posts until you post something. And even though I said you don't have to reply to posts, you're more than welcome to do so. One thing you might want to do, well, actually, one thing you definitely want to do before you complete this assignment is look at the rubric. It's attached here, and I also have it as a separate file just below this assignment, and this is what it looks like. I'm pretty sure most of you want to do a quote-unquote excellent job. So in order to do that, you have to successfully and give me detail, a you know answer that question, and it has to have a discussion of the Earth's energy budget, short long wave energy, and average albedo. And you have to comply with all of the rules that I ask. No more, no less, 2 one-sentence quotes from the textbook. Your final product should be 3 paragraphs or more, but let's say 3 paragraphs and at least 5 sentences in each paragraph without spelling and grammar errors. If you somehow don't do that and you don't get 10 points for this assignment, you can look at what the good, fair, and the poor types of criteria are, and I grade that accordingly. And so I hope this helps you a little bit more on how to get started on this type of assignment. There will be 3 textbook reflection assignments total in this online course. As always, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.